Number 15, Dashcam Ghost. We've seen a lot of crazy things caught on dashcam, but it's a rare event where a dashcam appears to capture the paranormal. Dashcam owners Indonesia published this cryptic video in April of 2019. The footage was caught at Tol Sipali. The clip shows the crazy traffic of Indonesia. Red brake lights all aglow at night as cars, trucks, and semis speed down the highway. As the truck ahead moves into the opposite lane to pass the semi in front of it, the vehicle quickly veers back into the right lane as a figure appears at the center line. What was that ghostly figure? Why was it standing in the middle of the road at night? This video provides more questions than answers. With no other updates, it appears that will be the case for the foreseeable future. Number 14. No reflection. What happens when the truth can't be found and footage cannot be simply explained? Published by Luke Jones in November of 2013. This video may just reveal a real-life savannah vampire. Jones writes, "Was reviewing the CCTV and couldn't believe my eyes. Had to put it on YouTube." The video clip shows a few customers in a flip-flop shop in Savannah, Georgia. On one wall, a mirror is mounted for customers to check out their style in flops. You can see a female customer reflected in the mirror as she sits on a nearby bench texting, and you can see a male customer perusing flip-flops beside her. One man passes by the mirror and is accurately reflected. A short while later, another man dressed in all black passes by the mirror as well, only this time, no reflection.
Wait, I know. What? I know. Like, how is that? I don't know.
The male and female customers are still reflected properly in the mirror, but the men dressed in black? Nada. What is this wizardry? It could be unexplainable, and we may never know. Number 13, Turkey sighting. We're gonna analyze some strange things on this list, but this is perhaps the clearest visually. This YouTuber published 3 videos of this sighting in April of 2014 writing, "Original raw footage found of the Turkey UFO seen by dozens of residents between 2007 and 2009. The clip is perhaps one of the clearest I've seen in recent memory. Its shape is unlike that of any man-made air vehicle, as are its lights, which slant along the wings of the aircraft. The clip captures a close-up as well as footage of the object at a distance. It's certainly a strange sight in the sky over Turkey, with some in the YouTube comments calling it the real thing, and one of the most important captures ever. Most in the comments rave at the quality of the image, being that most UFO captures are blurry, low-quality footage. With nearly 6 minutes in this video clip, and 2 other clips to follow, we're hard put to explain what this could be but the real thing. Number 12. The Squatter. Have you ever felt like something was watching you? Rocky Mills published this video in May of 2018 writing, "I thought there might be a squatter in the house I was working on, but I caught something far different on camera." He was remodeling a home built in the early 1900s when he set up his camera to catch the so-called squatter. But what he found while wandering through the house was not at all what he expected. Rocky wanders through the house making the rounds, shouting hello to alert whoever is in the house, but as he keeps turning corners, nothing and no one makes an appearance. That is, until up ahead a door slowly opens.
Hello?
Rocky hurries over and slams the door open wider, hoping to catch the squatter, but there's no one in the room. As he turns back towards the door to the basement, which hangs ajar, it slams shut with great force. He races over and swings it open, but again there's no one. The lights from the basement, however, start flickering on and off, causing Rocky to drop his camera and race out of there. The footage caught when the camera was left on the floor is even creepier than what Rocky captured himself. The camera is shoved by something taking a quick turn, then it starts spinning like mad. About 30 seconds later, Rocky returns to retrieve his camera and gets the heck out of there again. What is this? Whatever it might be, I highly doubt it's anything good. Number 11. Insane Asylum. When these Canadian urban explorers entered an abandoned insane asylum, they were probably just looking for a bit of fun, but what they found was insane. Abott Ung published this video in August of 2016. Heading up the stairs of the asylum, they just started exploring the upper floor when, creeping across the linoleum of a distant room, appeared what only could be an inhabitant of the asylum, or the ghost of one who once was. On all fours, the figure comes into view in a doorway, its long dark hair hanging in front of its face like it's straight out of a horror movie. Of course, the crew doesn't stick around to investigate the matter. Instead, they hightail it out of that place as any sane person would. Wouldn't you have done the same if you'd come across this in an abandoned building? But maybe the better question is, what was that thing doing there in the first place? Number 10. Bedtime Story. Everyone likes a good bedtime story, but what if the entity who tucks you in is a ghost? A viral Reddit post appears to show this intriguing episode caught on webcam. Redditor Cheyenne Rochelle wrote, "My dad has been feeling his sheets being messed up with, and someone's sitting on his bed in the night, so he set up a camera. Look at the sheets lifting up and what comes out of the side of it. It like dissolves into thin air." The creepy footage does appear to reveal what Cheyenne describes, the ghost that's been haunting them. As Cheyenne's father sleeps, the sheets creep up at one corner. Then what appears to be the head of an apparition shows itself before vanishing. As the sheet drops back to the bed, those who believe are all in with a paranormal hook, line, and sinker, with one Redditor saying he might as well just go ahead and throw the whole house away. What do you think? Can you explain this? A few have tried on Reddit, but with nothing concrete, it remains unexplained. Number 9. Unwanted Visitor. If you were gonna break and enter a house, you'd probably avoid the cameras. Not this dude. When a masked man in white entered into Nicky Pope's home in Charlton, UK, she was miles away swimming a 10-mile marathon at Lake Windermere. At around 3 a.m., he took out a whole double glazing window and then, carrying a flashlight in his mouth, tiptoed around the house without disturbing Pope's dogs or the 3 house sitters who were sleeping. In all of 3 minutes after going through some of her papers, the man left with Pope's handbag, her laptop, and some recording equipment. In one moment, he stares directly into the camera, leaving behind this chilling footage. "The first time I saw this video footage, I had my heart in my mouth," Pope said. "He's so brazen. He knows exactly what he wants." Pope noted that she had just swam 10 miles for charity and should have been celebrating. Instead, she was in a horrible situation. She hopes no one else has to suffer something similar in this type of invasion of privacy. Number 8. Meteor Flash. Sometimes it's the natural phenomena that's beyond explanation. Fort McMommy 72 published this video of what appears to be a meteor in January of 2018, the descent of which was caught on a doorbell security camera. The footage was captured in the northeastern Alberta town of Fort McMurray, Canada. In her description of the video, Fort McMommy writes, "Meteor experts say this amazing video will help point them to the possible location of meteorite fragments." Fort McMommy goes on to say that the meteor fragments are worth quite a bit, $10 per gram sold privately to be exact, but if geologists, astronomers, researchers, or other scientists get a hold of them, the fragments are priceless, as the meteor will allow these experts to peer back into our solar system billions of years. Let's hope this unparalleled piece of history fell into the right hands. Number 7. Moving Statue. We've all heard about miracles, but sometimes you just gotta see to believe. So let's see. Adimensional Paranormal published this video in August of 2016, writing in Spanish. Recorded by a person in the chapel of the Saltillo Cathedral in Mexico. The clip opens on the inside of a dark chapel with only a few candles lit and some low lights surrounding the statue above an altar. Low church chanting can be heard in the background. At first glance, a close-up of the statue appears to reveal nothing out of the ordinary, but upon closer inspection, the closed eyes of a statue glare open eerily. Watch it again. Did it give you chills? Is this a miracle or something else? You decide. Personally, I think it'd be hard to fake with the camera moving so much, which makes me think it's real. Number 6. More ghosts. This leaked video was reportedly taken by two friends somewhere in the United States. Their dog Jake starts to bark with excitement and really doesn't seem to want to go any further. Watch how the animal crosses directly in front of their snowmobile multiple times, almost like he's warning them to stop and turn around. The two friends don't really think much of it and keep going straight, and that's when they come face to face with it. A nearby tall gray creature sends them racing away. The alien-like creature doesn't make much of a sound at all, or at least not one that the camera can pick up, but I do think I can see its head turn towards them at the 2-minute and 20-second mark. The way the dog is acting before this happens also makes me believe this leak video could be real. Number 5. Chinese UFO. Most mysterious things come in threes. The Daily Mail published a trio of mysterious lights in the sky over China in July of 2018. According to publication, the strange flashing lights were spotted by Chinese residents. The bright light appeared in a row, with lights disappearing behind and re-emerging ahead. The unfathomable light display was captured on camera, and videos of the incident quickly started to trend on social media platforms in China. Many believed a UFO had been spotted. However, an expert suggested the object might be a rocket zooming into the atmosphere. Should we go with this so-called expert's opinion, or might he be part of the mystery? Number 4. Stella Lansing. This video requires a bit of backstory. In 1961, Massachusetts housewife Stella Lansing started to experience things of an extraterrestrial nature, including men in black, humanoids, UFOs, and otherworldly visions. She captured much of her experiences on various types of film. It wasn't until 1967 that Stella bought a silent 8mm film camera. Although she'd taken photographs of the odd sightings, the film camera captured more strange images and structures that Stella never saw in person, but that turned up on film. And yet again, Stella came across the strange lights while driving on Route 32. She exited her car to see them better, as did another driver. The lights were yellowish and, as Stella described, silently walking from east to west to the old cemetery. The other driver had also seen the lights. This was Stella's chance to catch the orbs on her 8mm camera, so she headed back home to retrieve it and then returned to the intersection. More lights appeared, with one of the red ones bouncing like a rubber ball, as she described. A friend showed up and the pair watched the lights together until they burst into a white light. As she continued her recording of these strange events into the 70s, she discovered an odd clock-like pattern on her photos and films, as well as geometric pattern overlapping the frames on the film itself. The mystery only grew in 1991 when a TV show called Sightings did a segment on Stella's video logs. When they exported her silent 8mm film to VHS, unknown voices were heard. Stella has since passed away in 2012, and no one can explain the mystery of her sightings. Number 3. Austria Sting. This one's a little different. An international mystery involving scandal, a secret video, and a sting operation. So big that it ousted 2 leading politicians and overturned a government. The scandalous recording, known as the Honey Trap video, was taken in a luxury villa in Ibiza in the summer of 2017. The guests, Austrian politicians Heinz Christian Strauch and parliamentary group leader Johann Grudenis, the Honey, Alana Markarova, the so-called niece of a wealthy Russian oligarch. Not only was she a beautiful trap, but she proposed support for the far-right Freedom Party in exchange for under-the-table deals. The problem: the wealthy Russian oligarch does not have a niece. With hidden microphones and cameras installed into the villa's mobile phone charging station and light switches, the dealings were caught on film and published in 2 German newspapers. Over the course of 7 hours, the leaders became more and more entrenched in the trap, and the mystery remains. Who was behind the entire operation? Neither of the newspapers that published the footage have revealed their source. Whoever the operative, their trap seems to have served its purpose. Strach was forced to resign as vice-chancellor. Even today, the motive and identities of those who orchestrated the sting are unknown. Number 2. Ivory Coast Apparition. A vision seen by many is sometimes diagnosed as mass hysteria, but when it's caught on video, you cannot deny its existence. This video was published in February of 2012. The clip shows a group of people staring at the sun over the trees. At first, the camera appears to be just capturing the blazing sunlight, but as it focuses in, you can clearly see the shape of a woman within that blinding light. The clip, which has gone viral, was filmed in the Ivory Coast. The day prior to this apparition, locals had seen something which appeared to be a blue halo in the sky, a case that many thought was extraterrestrial. But when the apparition appeared using infrared technology, locals instead believed they were witnessing a miracle. Government officials tried to minimize the sighting, saying it was nothing, but some locals believe the apparition may simply be Mary casting her mercy and benevolence over the impoverished region. Whether you call this vision a miracle or not, coupled with the halo that is said to have appeared during the preceding days, these startling forms in the clouds are unexplainable. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying my narration. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person, so if you're generous enough to hit that subscribe button and the bell beside it, then thank you. This way, you'll be notified of the new video we upload every Tuesday. Number 1. Minor Ghost. When exploring the deepest depths of a mine shaft, the last thing you want to run into is the paranormal. Proving Demons claim their crew did just that. Publishing this video recently in May of 2019, the YouTube team writes, during a routine exploration of an abandoned mine shaft and railway tunnel, we saw something unbelievable as we turned a corner into a tunnel. The mine itself is creepy enough. You can hear water running and dripping. It's muddy, dark, and to put it simply, it's not a place you'd want to meet another being, passed away or alive. And about 17 minutes into the exploration video, it appears they do. A light can be seen in the dark distance.
What the heck is that? Is this a mine? Don't know. You guys, what the heck? Why is there a light down here? We can't walk through that. Is there noise there?
Why is there a light at the end of this mine shaft? Only the ghost holding its candle could answer that. The team doesn't stick around to find out, and who can blame them? The fact that a light was visible so deep in the mine gives me no other choice but to believe this is paranormal. Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe because we upload new countdowns every Tuesday and Saturday. Or if you're still not convinced, here are some of our other videos that I think you'd like. Enjoy!